What's going on, y'all? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Good evening, wherever you are. It's
You know what I'm
5 o'clock somewhere.
You feel me? Yeah, man. Nah, we're excited, man. Bro, I want to get right into it, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I be tired,
You look tired,
bro.
bro.
I am tired, bro. Like I feel like does rest exist if you're trying to like do something with your life?
I mean, it depends on what type of life you want.
Right, but it's like it's tough, bro. 'Cause I feel like if I want to achieve great things, then it's almost like required that I sleep less.
Let me ask you this:
hmm
Why do you want to achieve great things so bad?
Bro, I
Like,
just,
what's in you that you have to be great?
bro, it's just in me. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, there's, I don't. I've tried to like be chill. Yeah, I've tried to be like, this is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with this. I could just live like this. And then I'm like, nah, like, this ain't it. And I think it's just the understanding that like there's just more to life than just like what we're used to. And I think that I want to see those things. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I want to experience them for myself. I want to, experience, you know, being in different countries. I want to experience not being bound to a job to survive.
Mhm.
I want to experience having a family that might be slightly different than what other people expect. There are just other things that, I feel like we're used to living a certain type of lifestyle based on what we've always seen.
Yeah.
And I just want to challenge that, but in my own way.
Who instilled that, or who was your example to be like, okay, they're doing great things? Because, like, for me, my name carries me. Like,
hmm
my name's Jehyve. Like, it's like the combination of Jehovah Jireh. Like,
hmm
that's the ultimate, high position. Like, I was just when I learned that name, I wanted to be first in line.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
be the
yeah,
first in
yeah, yeah.
everything. I want to be a leader just
Right,
because I have to carry that name. I can't be a bum and
right,
be named Jehovah. Have
right.
have any like a relation to God in
Yeah.
any sense. But for you, who was your example? I know James is in the Bible. I don't know
Nah, that's a
if
fact. That's a
I don't
fact.
think he had a big story in the
Yeah,
Bible.
nah, James was elite in the Bible, bro.
Well, tell me about it. Is that something that
Well, nah, I mean, actually, it is part of the reason. Even if you look at like the King James version, you
Mhm.
feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It is
I
what
thought
it
he was
is.
calling himself King James when
Eh,
he's little.
I was, bro. I was, and then even like if you think about James in the Bible was one of Jesus's closest friends. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So like, there's definitely the name James, and I'm named after my father. You know what I'm saying? I'm the second. You know what I mean?
mm.
So there is,
So you're carrying some type of
you
legacy.
feel me? There's a legacy that is carried in my name, but then beyond that, like my family is just super important to me.
Mhm.
So like the last name Hooper, and then beyond that, like the last name Newton and last name Jones, which is Newton is the name of my grandfather on my mom's side, and Jones is the name of my grandmother on my mom's side. So these are all these names
Mhm.
that just matter to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to make a name for all three of these names.
Mhm.
Cause I want my not even that I want my family to be known, but more so I want my family to be good. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, excuse me. And I think that we talked about this on a previous episode. Like, I don't even like try to bear that responsibility.
Mhm.
I just shoot, maybe I want to bear that responsibility. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And to go back to my original question about what makes us want to be great so bad,
Yeah, man.
maybe it's because of our lineage,
Yeah.
of how far our ancestors have come. Like we have, like they came so far for us, and
Mm-hmm.
places in the position we have. We low key have another like responsibility to keep the torch going. There's the
Yeah.
next generation,
Exactly.
so maybe that's pulling you
Yeah.
towards that greatness. Like you want
Yeah.
to be an example. You want to be the example they were for you.
Yeah, bro. And then sometimes you want to be the example you didn't have for yourself.
That's
That's
true.
another thing too, bro. Like I feel like my family was a great example for me to get to this point. And I'm like, dang, like now what can I build
Mhm.
so that the people that come behind me can like have it easier, like build from where you know what I'm saying? I can get them to a certain point.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I take full responsibility over like my life,
Mhm.
and I'm choosing to do something with what I've been given.
Yeah, and this
So
goes to like something that motivates me is I mean, like you said, you want to do something different than what you've also seen is because you've seen something and was
right,
like there needs to be a change.
exactly.
Like at this thing and no one else is doing it because they're stuck in their ways, excuse
Hmm.
me. But maybe I can do that.
Yeah,
Like for me, just growing up um in a divorced family, it just wasn't a lot of peace in the house.
yeah,
So like my main thing was like being the peacemaker at first. People please make sure everybody's at peace.
yeah,
So that was something I wanted to incorporate
yeah,
in my next family. Like, yo, it's gonna be a peaceful house, a
yeah,
peaceful, loving crib. Like,
yeah,
if we have a problem, we're gonna talk it out,
yep,
and we're gonna make sure we love each other at the end of the day. Because back in the day, if we had a fight, we ain't talking for 2, 3
yep,
weeks,
yep,
and they were separated. No
yeah,
matter, it would have to bring a tragic event to come together,
right.
or we just all mad at our parents about something, like
Right,
something
right,
like
right.
that.
Nah, but that's real though, bro. And it's like, and everything you're talking about is a choice.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Bible talks about giving us like, freedom, free will, but then beyond that, I think to the story of Ruth, you feel me? And like she had basically what happens in the story of Ruth is there's a woman who's married, and then she has two daughter-in-laws that are married to her sons.
Hmm.
And then her husband and then her two sons die. So
Hmm.
now you have three widowed women, and you have I think it's her name is Naomi is the mother.
And then Leah,
Nah,
that's the wrong story.
nah,
My
different
fault.
story. But
It's
it's
been, it's been a minute, man. I
that's
need to go to vacation Bible school. Shoot.
no, you good, you good. It's Naomi. Then it's I think her name is Orpah. I think it's Orpah, and
I
then
don't
it's
know.
Ruth. But Orpah leaves because Naomi tells both of them to go back to their hometown and find a new husband.
Hmm.
Orpah leaves. I think her name is Orpah, and then Ruth stays. And I bring this up because Ruth made the decision to like. She was like, "No, like your God's gonna be my God. I'm gonna stay with you. I'm not gonna leave you by yourself."
Hmm.
And it's so interesting that whenever we're faced with like tough moments where a decision needs to be made, some people are like, I don't want to, I can't do this, I got to go.
Right.
But then other people are like, they choose to take on the responsibility of whatever the situation calls for.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the difference, bro. I just think I might be a roof type character.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where like even I was telling you before, like there are times when people challenge me and I might get emotional. I might feel like a way about it, but I get real serious about my response. You know what I'm saying? Immediately I'm like, okay, what I'm about to do to take the responsibility of the situation, prove this person wrong,
Yeah.
do what I gotta do to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I think everyone can do it, but not everyone chooses to.
I feel like it goes back to our experience because you may, I'm speaking for myself, I'm the same way in
Mhm.
terms of like I'm a doer.
Mhm.
So I've just been in a situation where I didn't have the control
Yeah.
where I'm like, I've got tired of it. Like I got so sick of it. I'm like, when I get older,
Right.
when I get equipped enough,
Right.
I'm going to be that type of guy.
Right.
And that's what happened. But I can think about so many times where I'm like, I have no control. You're a kid. Your life is changing, going upside down. You literally people are making decisions for you.
Yeah.
You get stuck in that situation. Some people get helpless. Some people get start victimizing themselves.
Mhm.
Is the way you respond to that situation. But
Right.
it was at one point I'm like, yo, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
And even I think Tony Robbins says this. He said people don't change until they're sick of who they were.
Yeah.
Or sick
Right.
of their situation.
Right.
So I think that's really the difference simplified to that. Like
Yeah.
maybe that happened to you. I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, nah. I definitely. It's funny, bro, because I never got sick of my situation, but I think, well, like you said earlier, I just acknowledge the fact that there's more than this. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? So because my mom like did a great job, you know what I'm saying, raising me, and my family did a great job of just creating a great environment for me to like learn and grow, and all of my family members. But at the same time, I think in a lot of black families, there's an element of
Struggle.
struggle, but then also an element of I can't even. I was going to say this is good enough, but I don't even think that's true.
No,
I,
it's rarely that you ever hear a black parent say this is good enough.
right,
Like
and
you can get straight A's and B's
mhm,
and be like, but what about like you
right,
could have got straight A's?
good got
What
straight
happened
A's,
here?
and bro, and I think that's what I'm saying. It's like I think because of what has happened. I actually been thinking about this a little bit, but I think because of what has happened to just black people across history
Mm-hmm.
and the natural struggle that's involved in life, a lot of black people, the majority of black people, make it to a certain point and then hit like roadblocks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever those roadblocks are, you can fill in the blank. And I'm trying to now take it to like that next step
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to just exist like being okay with whatever roadblocks were like
Mm-hmm.
my mom had to deal with. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And that takes a combination of a lot of self-discipline, but honestly like a lot of like internal like dang, like am I doing this just because my mom used to do it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure,
Am I doing it just because it's what I've seen?
for sure.
And those are the things that I'm fighting where I'm like, bro, I just really want to make a change in these places. So yeah, I maybe if there ever was a moment where I was fed up, it's because I was fed up with the pattern.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Not fed up with like what my mom gave me, but just fed up with the fact that like, yo, we gotta break these cycles.
right,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
it's resulting to something you don't like or something negative or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's crazy you said that because like my first year overseas when I was able to step away from the vortex of
Hmm.
what we learned as a child and we just doing stuff just to do stuff. You
Right.
look like, yo, why am I doing this?
Mm.
And those are the questions you need to ask to
Yeah.
break the cycle. I'm like,
Right.
I'm only doing this because they told me to do it.
Right.
And obviously you had to listen and obey your parents, right?
Hmm.
But once you step out of that environment,
Mm.
you have a choice.
Yeah.
Um,
When did you start realizing that your parents didn't have all the answers? Because I think that's a real thing for some people. Because so when you're growing up, all you listen to is authority.
yeah,
Not saying that authority is wrong, but authority is there for the reasons that they're there. Like they're there so that you obey certain rules.
yeah,
But then like you said, you grow up and it's like, bro, there's other ways to
mhm,
live life. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yo, so you grew up in Sayreville,
Yeah.
like your whole life.
Yep. They
Oh,
first
wow.
18 years. Yeah.
So around the time I noticed that my parents didn't have all the answers
Mm,
was around when I got divorced. But when it was evident to me was when I moved to Sayreville
mm.
because yeah, we had a big house in Jersey, but after the divorce, we came to Sayreville.
Jersey
I lived,
City.
yeah,
Okay.
from Jersey City.
Okay.
We had a big house there, big
Hmm.
family. But then the divorce,
Hmm.
I moved out to Sayreville. But we moved in like to some like little like apartment, like
Mm.
because just to start over.
Right.
But like, as I was riding around, like in your neighborhood,
Right.
Dion's neighborhood,
Right.
Miles' neighborhood, I'm seeing these big old houses,
Right.
like multiple. Because in Jersey, it was like our house was like one of the big houses, and then
Mhm.
everything else was like regular.
Right.
But I'm like, it opened my eyes to so much more. Here, I'm like, yo, like everybody got it here.
Yeah.
And when I got here, it was like everybody got have more than me. Like
Yeah.
people, by junior year, people ride around in cars. I'm still riding my bike. Like
Hmm.
I was that type of guy who didn't have much. So like when I started progressing basketball and my parents didn't know much, I'm like, yeah, like you don't know the answers to get to where
Yeah.
I want to be.
Right.
So I
Right.
would start listening to Coach Wool. I started listening to Mr.
Yeah.
McCarney.
Yeah.
I started listening to all these people. Even my AU director,
Hmm.
Mr. Robinson. He would have to tell my parents, like stuff, like information, and you know how black people are like, well, you ain't gonna tell me how to raise my kid,
Right.
like stuff like that.
Right.
When I started seeing that interaction,
Yeah.
I knew like times are moving on, like
Yeah.
evolving,
Yeah.
and that my parents weren't keeping up. But like one thing I also wanted to say was about like wanting to be great, I feel like we have a tag as Black people automatically that we're not good enough
Mm.
because of our history,
Yeah.
because of slavery, and just how people see Black people. But me and you actually are in two fields where they actually think we're good enough
Mm.
in sports and in entertainment and
Right.
rapping and
Right.
music.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
we have a different perspective
Yeah.
where we can walk around and say we made it, but it's only through
Yeah.
because the world sees that as such, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it does
Right.
like it doesn't it's not the same with people who are outside of those things because those people are fighting like a stronger struggle.
Yeah. Nah. Real talk. Real talk.
And sometimes that I remember in college, I went to PWI, I would see how like the majority of people treated like I wouldn't say regular Black students
Mm-hmm.
compared to how they treated athletes.
Yeah.
And at some point, I was guilty by association. Like I wasn't addressing this.
Mm.
I saw it, but I wasn't addressing it. And as I
Mm-hmm.
got older and I'm more like more in tune in the community, I was able
Dang,
to
bro.
like talk more about it.
You kind of just said something that made me like think about like
Oh,
some
you know what I do, bro?
something you said. I thought about this before, but I think you kind of just when you were talking about how Black people just basically we're primarily successful in the entertainment field,
Mhm.
and thinking about how important it is to have someone who's a successful scientist or a successful
It's rare.
doctor or whatever the case is, it's more rare than an entertainer. So I'm like, dang, like somebody needs to at some point bear the responsibility of being the first Black dot dot dot
Right.
or one of the few Black dot
Right.
dot
Right.
dot.
Right.
You feel me? And that challenges me. That thought challenges because I'm like, dang, bro, like you're trying to be this great musician.
I'm about to say that you're so pressed
You're
about being
so
a
pressed about being a
musician. Yeah.
musician, but you're in a field where you're the one of the few Black people in your office. What if you just like did
That
well?
energy.
What if you shifted the determination you
Right.
have in music? What if you shifted that determination
Wow, that's
to,
actually it was like a light bulb for me too.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of crazy.
But that also was something that drove me to write a book,
Mm,
drove me to like do a podcast,
right,
be outside the stereotype of
right,
athlete.
right.
How are you going to be a different musician? Maybe
Mm,
that will get you to
yeah,
where you need to be.
exactly.
Maybe you rapping around in the cubicle,
Right, right.
and then someone puts you on TikTok and you get famous.
Yeah, right, son. I mean, and it's that portion of it that, like we're relating it back. No one really has the answers,
Hmm.
so like figure it out where you're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's
And
interesting.
like all the time I've impacted situations because I saw my situation, I inserted myself in it, I engaged in the situation and just made it like my own.
Yeah.
I belonged
Right.
to that
Right.
situation. Like who knew I would go to Holy Cross? No one knew. I
Right.
didn't. I
Right.
just they offered me a college scholarship,
Right.
whatever. Who knew I would be a intricate part into the Black athletes on that campus?
Yeah.
At first, I just went to college I'm like, oh, I'm about to party,
Yep.
do whatever. By my second year, I'm looking around me like, there's not a lot of people that look like me here.
Yeah.
And then we created a brotherhood. And then I became a leader by my junior year, and I'm going to talks and panels and stuff.
Mhm.
Like who knew
Yeah.
I'll be on that
Right.
in that environment? But I just took what was given to me,
Yeah.
and I just like made it a thing. And then I even escalated my
Right.
basketball.
Right. Yeah, bro. Like, and I was thinking the same thing because when I told you earlier about the fashion show thing,
Mm.
bro, like that turned into like two music performances for me.
Yo, because I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
even the things you did on I seen you do online, that looks dope.
Yeah, it was, bro. I performed in front of 400 people
That's
by
tough.
mistake. you feel what I'm saying?
You was
Like,
going hard too.
yeah, bro, I was going crazy, man. I did a great job, man. It's like because I've developed the skill set to take advantage of those situations,
Yeah.
but it's like I didn't think it would happen through fashion.
Right.
The same way that it could happen through any of these things that we find ourselves in, bro.
Yeah.
And I just to bring it back to what we were talking about before, like, bro, I was realizing like, yo, my mom. Though I remember the moment where I was like, yo, my mom doesn't have all the answers. I remember one time I was in college and my car was giving me trouble. And I was like, I feel like I should do this or this. And my mom told me to like do certain things and it like made it worse.
Right.
And I was like, yo, she was wrong.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I'm
figured
saying?
out she was human.
Yeah, I was like she's not super woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's actually a person that like
Trying to figure
sometimes
it out
that's
too.
trying to figure it out
And
too.
we always feel like we talked about this in the last episode. We
Mm.
feel like our parents are sure about everything. They're gonna, as the parent, they're gonna come off sure, and
Yeah.
that's just a black thing off
Right.
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 They're gonna come off for sure,
Right. Right.
even
Right.
if they don't
Even
know.
if they don't know nothing.
But like, that's a cycle to break though, because
Yeah.
when I have children, God willing,
Mm.
um, if I don't know anything,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like make them know like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna in a way like okay, we can figure it out together.
Right.
Like not like oh I know this because I don't know a lot of stuff.
Right.
I
No.
really don't.
Bro, I mean, none of us know. And I think if anyone, we talked about this, bro. If we know, if we say we know, we're capping. Like we don't. No one knows, bro. Big cap, bro. Big cap. Like, bro, none of us know what's going on. Like, we know based on our. I was telling my friend a while ago. I was like, bro, like I'm realizing that I know based on like the 10% of life, 15%, whatever, fill in the blank of life that I've lived, and I barely know this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just know things based on my experiences, and I'm super limited. I'm one person that lives in one particular city and has a routine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how could I say that I know about everything? Like, like, bro, and that's why I just think, we all have our perspectives. I was having a conversation with someone else, and they were like, objectively speaking, that apparently the top five cities, they're like the top five cities in the world are like New York, Tokyo, somewhere in India, and then like other spots. You know what I'm saying? And we were having that conversation, and they were like, what are your top five cities? And I was like, Sayreville, New Jersey. Yeah, you feel me? Like Fredericksburg, Mount Olive. But the reason I was naming those cities wasn't because they're like the most glamorous, but because those are the places where I've had my experiences.
Right.
And I can think about the homies that I have in Sayreville. I can think about the moment that I had in Hampton, Virginia, and why that was so important, or my family living in Mount Olive. And those are my top 4 or 5 cities because they matter the most to me. But of course that's subjective, but at the same time, like, shoot, if this is my top 5 cities, like, and I say all this to say that, like, there's no one that can invalidate your experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna try.
They're gonna try. They're definitely gonna try, but at the end of the day, like, what you live is what you live. And so I know this, but at the same time, I can also acknowledge the fact that, like, okay, I don't know everything.
Right. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, bro.
That's physics.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, bro, it's a constant battle. Life is people. I feel like we make life complicated than what it should be, just as people. But that's life. I'm starting to realize, like, sometimes we trip over certain things that we really can't change.
Exactly.
So it's just the ultimate thing is acceptance. Being able to accept it, to keep someone in your life, to let them go, or just do what you gotta do. But at the end of the day, it's you.
Yeah,
living your life at the end of the day.
No, exactly, but I agree 100%. And also, guys, shameless plug, follow Brick Talk Pod. You feel me on Instagram and everywhere else. That's BRICK TALK.
So he hasn't been in school for a couple.
I'm like, well, how do you spell this again? But yeah, it's right there. So yeah, just follow Brick Talk Pod, guys. We're growing the platform. You see us making these moves to try to give you guys better content and moving in the right direction. But yeah, man, with that being said, bro, like, for you, like, what are some, whenever you're starting something, trying to build a foundation for something, like, what are some things you always keep in mind for those followers out there trying to build something themselves? Like, what should they focus on?
Bro, I don't really I really don't plan. I think that's why I'm super grateful for the position I'm in. I don't really plan anything. It usually comes within natural movements.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this person's doing that. Oh, you want to hop on?
Yeah.
I think I do want to hop on. And then we become a team or something like that. I don't really say like I want me writing my book. Like my mentor wrote a book. I read his book. I'm like, I think I can do this. Like, I'm always feeding off of what I'm seeing, I'm experiencing. Right. I don't really I'm not really creative in the sense where I'm like, Let me put an eye on the front of my thing and then
Mm.
put wings on
I'm crying.
the.
But bro, see the thing about it though is like I do the same thing you do.
No, you don't.
Nah, bro. No, listen,
No, you're very technical in your approach.
bro. But it's because that's how I execute. That's not how I'm inspired. I'm inspired by whatever, bro. When we're here in Jersey right now. I'm planning on this. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But who's like,
Bro,
yo, pull up?
but I still had to decide to come.
For sure, because I'm
Yeah.
very convincing.
This dude. Yeah, bro.
He didn't want to come, but
bro, even bro, I'm saying like the fashion show I told you about this, it's like all the moves that I decide to do are because something influences me, and then my execution is very technical though. It is. It's very okay. Let me do this the best way that James can do it.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it comes, bro. Like even with my music, like I have to be technical. I have to be because if it doesn't sound right, if this is like this is like it's not gonna come across the right way. And I'm at a place right now where quality is very important.
Bro, I'm more of a natural.
Go with the
Go with the flow. Oh, I felt that. Like even if I would rather take like something that's not technically sound, but like in the nutshell, like someone can feel it.
Yeah.
If you can't feel it, like
Yeah.
say it's technical and so we can't feel it, but it sounds good. Yeah, I'm not rocking with
But it's bro. I just feel like it's a combination of both.
Yeah, but that's why you need partners. That's why you
Facts.
need somebody. That's why we balance each other out.
Exactly.
Like, I'm the okay. I'll turn that up a little bit. I'm here with it. Oh,
and I'm like,
that hit.
And I'm like, wait, is that 808 at the right decibel? Is that
I don't want to hear none of
You know
that.
what I mean?
I don't want to hear none of that. I'm that type of guy.
Yeah, no, that's our balance. It is. It's true.
Catch vibes.
Yeah, and I want to make sure it's the right vibe. So no, it works.
Nah, he's worried about is this the right song? we chilling, kick back, and he's like, hey, hold on. I think we've been playing this song for too long.
Yep, that's right.
Nah,
it's time to switch up the vibe. Okay, let's bring in this vibe now. Okay, because we know in 30 minutes the shorty's gonna be ready. So we got to turn up the, you know what I'm saying, the R&B. You feel me?
You're doing too much.
Hey, bro, but someone got to do it.
Too much.
Someone got to do it.
Someone got to do too much. All right,
bro. Hey, bro. Respectfully, but I'm learning. I mean, even with all these things being said,
I'm not saying it's the wrong approach.
No,
I'm just saying how I react.
No, yeah, it's cool, bro. You're
you're you.
You're you.
I'm me.
Exactly, and I think that's it's about being yourself and knowing where you're weak or where your flaws are, so that you can find people that balance you
and not be so prideful to not ask for help.
Exactly.
Like if I need to know what an 808, I'm calling up Hoop. Hey Hoop, can you take this? Please. Exactly. And don't even help me. Just you do. I want to make him feel good about himself.
Okay. But then if I'm like, okay, bro, like I'm overthinking, like let me just call Jehyve to see which of these things makes the most sense. He'll help me out.
Yeah, just simplify that joint.
Exactly.
Simplify it.
That's
life is too short
to
be out here overthinking.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Having your brain in the back of your I don't know what they call it, back here. These things. When you get stressed out, if you feel it.
But I don't see, that's the other thing. I don't stress.
Bro,
I don't stress. That's a fact. That's a fact of life. Bro, I be thinking about stuff, but I'll be worried about it.
Shout out to Not Your Average, because that is cap. That is cap.
Bro, that's a fact.
That's cap.
Bro, I don't stress.
Big cap.
Promise you I don't stress.
Big cap.
Promise.
He's stressed right now, cap.
Bro, I'm not stressing. Bro, I think about stuff and I'm like, okay, that's noted. Think about all right, cool. Easy. Then I move on.
Why are you capping? We already had an episode that said you sit there and lie to yourself.
Bro, I don't be stressed.
Why you lie to yourself on camera?
But just because I think about stuff doesn't mean I'm stressed.
You're not superhuman.
Bro, I'm telling you. Look, it's about word choice, bro. It's about word choice. I get concerned about things and I think about them to the point where I'm like, okay, how can I get this done in X, Y, and Z?
It's too stressed.
I don't. Let me say it like this. I don't worry about things. That's a fact.
Do you ever had anxiety?
Have I ever had anxiety? Yeah, I've had anxiety.
Stress.
Bro, but all right, so look, maybe I'm using the wrong word. I do not worry about things. That's a fact. I don't worry. Things. Like I don't worry about, like, let's say like I'm tight on money or something. Like I'm not worried about like how I'm gonna figure it out, because I know I'm gonna figure it out. I'm being dead serious. That's a matter of just
Hey
trusting
man,
God in those situations.
to each his own.
All right, so look, bro, because
He don't wanna. He's in denial of his stress.
I'm not in denial. I don't worry,
Bro, you stress me out sometimes. How stressed you are, bro. Where are we gonna stay at, bro? Are you sure we can make it?
Nah. Wait, hold on. Backstory.
Bro, that's don't tell me. You
Son,
bring up stress. No. You
son,
bring up stressful energy. Bro,
what?
I'm an energy guy. Like, yo, are we sure? Like that's like hyper stressful energy.
I call this man. This man, mind you, we just told you. This man invited me to Jersey, right? Or not invited me,
Oh
but told
no,
me to
he
go to
executed the plan though, right?
Bro, son, I called this man the day before we go to Jersey. Like, yo, where we staying? He's like, I don't know, bro.
I don't know yet.
You don't know where we staying?
He doesn't stress?
Bro, that's not stress.
Hold on, that's stress right there.
Bro, wait. How do you not know where we're staying the day before for the pull up?
Hold on, bro.
Nah.
That is stress.
This isn't stress. This is fact.
I don't worry. You're worried.
I'm not worried.
Bro, that's a pure example.
No, that's not no, I'm not worried. I'm just acknowledging the fact that we have nowhere to stay.
I think we need Sal. Sal.
Yo, if we have nowhere to stay, that just means we need to figure it out.
No, you were worried.
I wasn't worried. I was not worried.
Yes, you were.
I was acknowledging the fact that we didn't have a roof over our heads, guaranteed.
The tone of your voice screams stress. Yo, that's crazy.
Yo,
he just said he's not stressed. He's just like, a day before he's about to come, where are we going to stay at, bro? You told me da-da-da-da.
Bro.
I'm like, pipe down, we're going to figure it out. Pipe down, we're going to figure it out. Hence, hit him not, da-da-da-da, figure it out.
But bro, if I wouldn't have called, if I wouldn't have called Jehyve and we just pulled up to Jersey, he wouldn't have known where we were going to stay.
No,
he wouldn't have known.
That's not true, because I already had a plan. Bro, if you had to do this after a situation, you were stressed.
Bro, whatever.
You know that's the number one thing black people die from? There's no way we don't stress. We have so much trauma in our heads. Please reconsider. Please. I'm flabbergasted and mortified that you said you don't stress. The way you move. Are you kidding me? We don't have no place to stay.
Bro, but did I press you yesterday?
Yes.
No, bro.
Yes, you did. What do you mean, bro? You told me months ago.
Bro, I asked you questions. Bro, those are valid questions. Those are valid questions. Are those not valid questions?
Bro.
All
right, let me ask you this. I'm gonna leave this on.
All right.
Do you feel like you had stressful energy when I said I don't know where we're gonna stay?
Do I feel like you had wait,
no.
Do I feel like I had stressful energy?
You don't stress, but do you feel like you had stressful energy when I said that?
I will admit that I was definitely concerned when you made the plan, and then I called you the day before, and you said I don't know to a question that should be the first thing that's answered when you plan to go somewhere. I feel like
not me. I'm a traveler. I wait till I get there and figure it out. You said you're 5'6" to Sayreville, Frederickstown, and Mount Olive, so you probably just not used to it. That's why I'm used to just flying somewhere.
I accept that.
Figuring it out.
I accept that.
That's why you were so stressed because you were inexperienced. We got to get you out of Frederickstown, Fredericksburg.
All right, bro.
Oh, is this me talking down on you?
Nah, because this dude's trying to be funny, bro. Don't listen to him. Don't worry about this.
Yeah, I'm done. That was my laugh for the day.
Nah, but no, I accept the fact that, you feel me? I have work to do. I really don't worry about stuff, but maybe in moments I do get, overwhelmed.
Maybe the more you say it, the more it'll come true.
But I really don't be worrying. Let me tell you, after I acknowledge that something is like what it is, I don't worry about it from that point.
Okay.
My stress or my worry doesn't linger.
But
that's a better way to phrase it.
Like addressing it does. Like that part.
Yeah, probably.
So that's stress.
All right. He's right, guys. Jehyve's right. That's all he wanted to hear.
No, I'm not right, bro. I just want you to tell the truth. Just tell the truth.
Hey yo, that's
That
funny.
whole segment is wild. Very unnecessary.
Very revealing. No, I think that was good, man. The people need to know us, man.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, we're gonna start doing some stuff going forward where we connect with y'all and we get topics from you guys. And on top of that, we also get guest requests. Who do you guys want to see on here? You feel what I'm saying? Other people that have been on Brick Talk in the past, possibly, or someone that you know that we can get in contact with and have an episode with. Who do you want to see on Brick Talk, man? We're looking forward to really building this thing out. So let us know.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
It's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
My boy was tired, but I got him up and laughing at the end of it. Got him all antsy, stressful and whatnot.
Yeah, this guy.
But yeah, we made it through. We're gonna close out with prayer.
For sure.
Thank you, God, for bringing us here today. Thank you, God, for allowing us to shoot another Brick Talk and relay different messages out to the world. God, we want to pray for Hooper. I know he's tired right now. We pray for him to get some energy,
yes,
so he can go be great and achieve what he set out to do. We pray that I continue to just be on the path of righteousness for His name's sake. And do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death? I will fear no evil.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. God, you know what I'm talking about. I'm glad that you can hear my heart. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I didn't know the other part.
Love y'all. Peace.
All right, peace.
Off season.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder during the off season.
Let's work.